Hi, I wanted to make a video to walk you through your final essay, what to do for it, what it's about, that kind of stuff. So here we are. This should look familiar, and this is Canvas. So you probably started here at Final Essay Instructions Review. So let's click on that. When you click on that, it has a link to the final essay and it has some questions I want you to answer, right? So this is probably where you're seeing this video. So if we click on the essay description, it shows us that it's a cultural humility essay. And I walk you through just a couple of paragraphs talking about what cultural humility is. It's a very short explanation, definitely not enough. It's just there to get you to think about it. I talk about what research you're required to do for this essay, the format for this essay. Here is an outline that I strongly recommend using, but you can use whatever you'd like. But through this, I walk you through all the 4 different subsection topics you could have for the cultural humility and context. That could be at work, at school, at home, or within a specific nation or state. And then your conclusion. So these questions are what you'll be answering if in those sections. So in your essay, maybe you just want to talk about cultural humility at work. Your section 1 of your essay would be an introduction. Section 2 would be compare and contrast, where you would do these things: defining cultural humility, defining cultural competence, compare and contrast them. And then in section 3, you would answer these questions. So if you were doing cultural humility at work, for example, you'd be interviewing. That's part of this essay. I talk about that up here during research. So you would need to do some research and interview some people. You want to do other research too, and then answer these questions in your essay. You can do more than one section for extra credit. That's all explained down in the rubric. So again, here's the essay requirement. So I'll walk you through here. It needs to be at least 1,500 words. You need at least 3 sources, and at least one of those has to be an interview. I want it to be an APA format with everything perfect, and I want it to be edited and ready to go. So again, we can look at the rubric. So to see the rubric, you scroll up here and you hit these 3 buttons right over there. So let's click that and say show rubric. And that shows us the rubric for this essay. All the points, what each thing is for. So I recommend especially paying attention to things that are worth a lot of points. Notice the length is not worth a ton of points. So that's not something you should be worried about so much. What you should be worried about are making sure you get that interview and 2 other sources and all these aspects. So this walks you through all the parts I'm looking for. APA is worth 30 points. Make sure you know how to do that. So, and then there's extra credit down here. You can publish it outside of class for 5 points, or you can do complete and thorough work on more than one section. And so if you discuss 2, that's up to 3 points more, 6 points, 9 points. That's all extra credit. So that is the basics of what the assignment's asking for. But you're probably sitting here wondering, well then, but what is cultural humility? So to answer that, I'm going to go back to the module where you found this. And there's some reading and some review for you to do up here, right? The very first one is, what is cultural competence versus cultural humility? So you want to read that. So if I click on that, I see a huge thing where I explain, and there's tons of videos about what this even is. You're definitely going to need to watch this and read through it. So I walk you through here the background of cultural competence and cultural humility, talk about where they came from, what their goals are. And then there's a bunch of stuff to exploring more about cultural humility. So you can read this, watch this video, read some more, watch another video, read some more, watch another video, read these tips for achieving successful intercultural communications. Get down here to the bottom, and there you go. So that should be good information that you can use in your essay, but also should put you on the right path to understand what on earth cultural humility is, especially compared to cultural competence. And that's it. That's your essay. So if you have questions, please let me know. I am not going to explain what cultural humility is in this video because I just showed you that I've put together a huge thing explaining it far better than I would in this video. However, if you watch those and you have questions, please let me know. Because if you have questions, likely other people do too. But yeah, if you ask me for help before watching all those, I'm just going to direct you to watch them. So go watch those, see if you understand what it's about, and then come back and let me know if you have any questions. This is your final essay, so I want to make sure that it's your best work. So please do ask me any questions you have. I'm here to help. Good luck.